What's up, Raptors fans? Welcome to the Warriors Report. We have some really funny news to talk about. I'm sorry I'm laughing here. I'm tempted to do an NBA chef type of laugh here, but this is just absolutely hilarious. And we got some news today that the Raptors and Pacers discussed a Domantas Sabonis Pascal Siakam swap yesterday, and the source was Jake Fischer of Bleachers Report. Now I'm going to break this down in today's video, guys, but I got to pause for a second here because I cannot stop laughing. So if you guys want to like this video, that'd be amazing. If you guys want to hit the subscribe button, that'd be awesome as well. So let's get into today's video. Now, as you guys know, I do like to give out shout outs on this channel, but no one got my trivia question correct yesterday, which was really surprising. So I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I usually don't do this. I usually only give the shout outs to people who get the trivia question correct, but since there's none, so the shout out for today's video goes out to El Mac. You late. So I'm sorry if I've mispronounced your name, but El Mac, thank you so much for supporting this channel through likes and comments. Now let's discuss that ridiculous report we got about Pascal Siakam and Domantas Sabonis. Now, this was also to note that Toronto has been circling centers for some time. There were discussions regarding Domantas Sabonis and a Pascal Siakam swap, but those negotiations stalled. Sources said the Raptors were closely monitoring Andre Drummond's situation in Cleveland prior to last season's trade deadline and were lurking in the background of Jared Allen's free agency last summer. Of course, the source is Jake Fischer. So this is not surprising, right? We did hear about the Raptors and the Andre Drummond. I remember when he was in Cleveland, and apparently Cleveland wanted something crazy like a Norman Powell. This was, I believe, last season. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then, of course, we were hearing Jared Allen's name being linked to the Raptors and well. And obviously, the Raptors have a need for the center position, but they're having some trouble finding a center that fits in with the Raptors' style of play. And obviously, Domantas Sabonis himself has been linked to the Raptors as well. Now, for some strange reason, when I heard these rumors, for some weird reason, I thought that the Raptors offered Pascal and the rumors or the deal did not go out, and I just couldn't stop laughing because I just thought how silly the Pacers are. But obviously, you realize that the conversation probably went something like this: the Raptors calling the Pacers and them asking for Pascal, and the Raptors obviously, the discussion ended there. But it's funny to hear that because obviously we heard about some rumors about Miles Turner and OG Anunoby exchange as well. So again, it seems like the Pacers are on the high horse, something like a Daryl Morey, and just starting out those negotiations on a ridiculous asking price. But let's compare the two players and why it just does not make sense for the Raptors to do this deal. Now, when you talk about the numbers here, you talk about what Pascal gives you and what Domantas Sabonis gives you. Now, Domantas Sabonis, he's listed at 6'11", but I believe around 245, 250 pounds. So he does give you a little bit of size, but if I'm being honest, he does not look like he's 6'11 out there. He does not play as big as his size. He's not a great defensive player. And I mean, essentially speaking, the only thing he really does better than Pascal Siakam is rebound the ball. Now, the assist column, you can definitely argue as well. Domantas Sabonis, he's a very underrated passer. He can definitely pass the ball as well. But essentially, Pascal Siakam is giving you everything Domantas Sabonis is giving you and that much more, right? So even the rebounding numbers aren't that huge of a difference for Domantas Sabonis. He's only giving you about 3 more rebounds, but just in terms of what the Raptors would lose if they were silly enough to ever consider this deal would be the fact that Pascal Siakam gives you that option. I know he's not a number 1 option, but he's a damn good second option scoring-wise, and they lose some scoring if they were to acquire Domantas Sabonis. And not to mention the fact that, Domantas Sabonis isn't the greatest three-point shooter, so I'll compare the statistics right here. So when we talk about the statistics, again, we go a little bit deeper beyond points, rebounds, assists, but just in terms of what Domantas Sabonis is giving you, that Pascal Siakam is giving you, he's giving you 2 less points. He also, when you talk about the free throw percentages, his free throw percentage isn't that much better than Pascal Siakam. And I was actually surprised by this number because we always talk about Domantas Sabonis not being really able to stretch the floor. But he's shooting almost identical numbers to Pascal Siakam, who has definitely struggled shooting the 3 this season, but his percentage has been going up a little bit. So, I mean, looking at the numbers, really, it doesn't make sense for several reasons. You don't give up your best player for a center that's, Domantas Sabonis is great. I personally wouldn't do that deal, but I don't see the logic of how it makes sense for the Raptors, right? Pascal Siakam's defense is very underrated. You lose defense when you give up Pascal Siakam. So essentially your defense gets worse, and Pascal Siakam is a better offensive player than Domantas Sabonis. Again, you can argue that Domantas is a better passer, absolutely. Scoring-wise, there's no competition. I think Pascal Siakam is definitely the better scorer than Domantas Sabonis, but the big issue is that even when we talk about salaries, right? So we talk about salaries, and if the Raptors and the Pacers, if the Raptors are ever silly enough, which we obviously know they aren't, run by a great, management and Bobby and Masai, they're not giving up Pascal for Domantas one-on-one. When you take a look at the salary cap, 30 million for 18 million, 18.5. So that's essentially a difference of $12 million. Do the Raptors potentially, again, I'm not suggesting they actually do this, but do you essentially add a few more players to this deal and try to acquire Karis LeVert for Domantas? I don't know if the Pacers do that. Even if I'm the Raptors, I know some fans may suggest that, but I'm not doing that deal, right? So it doesn't make sense for the Raptors to do that deal. I mean, salary cap, it doesn't match. Just, points production wise, Pascal gives you more points, and we always need scoring, right? So I don't think it makes a lot of sense for the Raptors to do that deal. Obviously, this is just a rumor. We don't know how much truth there is to it, but look, it probably, like I said, guys, it probably went like this. The Pacers called the Raptors and they asked for Pascal, and the conversation just ended there. So I don't know what the Pacers are thinking with their ridiculous asking price. I get it. It's the new NBA. We always make fun of, guys like Daryl Morey, but you ask high. You start your asking price by really high and then you slowly come down. So I think it's ridiculous that they're asking for OG for Miles Turner, and now we're hearing Pascal for Domantas Sabonis. I don't think the Raptors would ever do this, but I do want to hear from you guys. Do you think the Raptors should trade Pascal for Domantas and Karis LeVert, or a combination of another player and Domantas Sabonis, or just trade Pascal Siakam considering his value is at an all-time high? Personally, I wouldn't like to do it, but I do want to hear from you guys. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And as always, guys, I do have a trivia question for you today. And the trivia question for today is, which of these players were drafted higher than Pascal Siakam in the 2016 NBA draft? Was it A, DeJounte Murray? Was it B, Bobby Portis? Was it C, Furkan Korkmaz? Or was it D, the former Raptor, Patrick McCaw, the three-time NBA champion? So whoever answers this trivia question correctly first in the comment section gets a shout out in my next video. So I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, but I do want to hear from you guys. So make sure to leave your thoughts down below. You can follow me on Instagram. It's the Warriors Report. Twitter is Warriors. I always try to reply to you guys as fast as possible. I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have yourselves a great day.